Hello everyone and welcome back to my inkwell. Today we're going to be testing out the Hi-Tec-C Coleto multi-pen pen tool. Now this is a really cool pen. I've never actually used a multi-pen before, but I am super excited. Whew. The cool thing about this is you can actually customize them. Whoa. Oh, can't do that too much. Triggering my trypophobia. Anyway, yeah, 4 pens. Each of these hold 5 inks, and you can choose the 5 inks that go in it, obviously made by the same brand. And these are the inks. Look how many colors there are. Woo, I'm super excited about this. I bought them all on Amazon. There will be links in the description. But they come with these 4 pens and 15 inks. And I think the pens also came with these sticky notes for some reason, but I never use sticky notes, so I threw that sticky note, and now my dog is sniffing it because she thinks I threw food or something. I've already decided that I want to use these 2 pens. And the colors, I specifically want colors that match my bullet journaling needs. I do bullet journal. I have a mood tracker. It is color-coded, and it's color-coded rainbow. So, pick the rainbow here.
Red, orange, yellow, light green, dark green, light blue, this blue, and then purple, black, and a pink. Awesome.
So I'm going to put them in here, and I'm going to test them out, and we're going to see how this works. And there it is. There's our first one. Starting off in rainbow order. And that looks pretty cool. This is a 0.5 millimeter. And that is tiny. There's something weirdly satisfying about this. 1 down, 3 to go. But with movie magic, I'm going to make this super fast. Ready? Done! This is what I got now. So I'm gonna test them out in my See Write It Brighten sketchbook. Let's see how these work. So for this design, I decided to do something meta because I often like to be meta, and I drew a fountain pen squirting out a bunch of ink. And the ink is the gel pen. This was actually one of the quicker projects that I've done recently. It only took me 2 hours to complete, and I think part of the reason is because I didn't double the lines on the doodles themselves. I had tested the inks on these pens earlier and noticed that when you went over the same line, it kind of became scratchy. It didn't really layer well on itself. So I decided to forego the multiple lines on each doodle and just went for them around each solid block of doodles to distinguish them from the other colors. I was actually really happy with the inks. The one thing that I did not like was that the color I thought was yellow was actually just orange. The color I thought was orange was more like a red-orange. The purpose of these pens was to give me the rainbow in inks. But because there is no true yellow, I don't have the rainbow, which means I will have to carry an additional pen. It makes sense that they wouldn't include an actual yellow because yellow is such a hard color to see, but I was still disappointed. Some of the reviews on these pens suggested that the 5-barrel pen was actually too big to hold. It probably depends on hand size. I think they were just fine for me. I could totally see them being too big if you have smaller hands though. They do sell these pens in different barrel sizes. This one's a 5, but they have a 4, a 3, a 2, and even a 1, where you can put whatever color you want in them. I love how customizable these pens are, and all the colors that come with them. If I get tired of a color, I can just pick whatever other color I want. And because each barrel holds 5 different inks, I'm essentially carrying around 10 different pens in these 2 pens. At this point, I'm using my adhesive that sticks the metal leaf to paper. You just paint it on, let it dry for a bit, and then stick the metal leaf on it. I use a brush to flatten it out and also to scrape off the extras, which I collect to use for other projects. I did this because I thought it would be a fun way to add the gold and silver accents that so many fountain pen nibs have. However, I wasn't really sure how to add the details over the metal leaf. I ended up using black acrylic paint. I don't think that was the best option, but this is what sketchbooks are about. They're about experimenting and trying new things, and I definitely did that and found out what did not work. I laid down the acrylic ink using an old water brush that I'm not going to use anymore. It was the closest brush I had to me. I inked the barrel with a 0.3 micron and then watercolored the barrel black. The page was looking kind of boring and empty, so I decided to add some random flair, some random doodles, and like droplet type looking things around the page. A couple of times you'll see me using my white Signal gel pen because my white gel pen fixes all mistakes. And here it is, my completed piece. I am quite happy with the movement of the doodles. It actually looks like it's spraying out of the fountain pen in sort of a fountain of doodles.
Anytime I can use my metal leaf, I'm happy. I think that adds a really interesting element to art pieces, especially in a sketchbook. I used to tell people that my favorite color was shiny because I was extra like that. So I liked how this turned out. I don't necessarily like using these pens as art tools. I do love the ink consistency for like writing, note-taking. I feel like the pens are pretty close to those Pilot G2 pens, but for art, or at least for the doodles that I do, I wasn't into that. It also could have just been this paper with these pens. This paper is kind of textured, and I think these pens would do much better on smooth paper, especially because of how thin, how tiny that is. It's so tiny. These pens are great, just not for this. Alright guys, well thank you for getting to the end of my video. Thank you for watching me go through this entire process. If you liked my video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified every time I post a video, hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button. Okay, I'm going to leave you with our quote for today. And it's, "Colors, like features, follow the changes of the emotions," by Pablo Picasso. Alright everyone, I hope you ink well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!